Okay, today I'm going to be reviewing and teaching you how to do 2 by 2 digit multiplication using the area model. We are going to use our area model today to solve 42 times 36. The first thing that you need to do is draw your rectangle. Make sure that it is large enough for you to put your numbers in there. An area model is breaking down your numbers. So 42 you want to put in expanded form. So that would be 40 plus 2. And go ahead and draw that line where that plus sign is. Next, we want to look at our second number, 36. 30 plus 6. Again, we're putting in that number in expanded form. Now, I always like to tell my students, columns, then rows. Columns, then rows. Remember that columns go up and down, rows go across. So this column has 40. So we want to make sure that 40 is in both of these boxes. This column has 2. So we want to make sure that 2 is in both of these columns. Now we can look at our row. In this top row is 30. So we want to put times 30 times 30, because both of these are in this row. Our next row has 6. So we want to put 6 in both of those rows. Now I always recommend underlining digits that are not 0. So that way you can use the power of 0 to help solve their problem. In other words, 4 times 3 is 12. Then you can go back and add your zeros. How many zeros do you have? 1, 2. 2 zeros, which makes sense because 40 times 30 equals 1,200. Go back to our next one. 2 times 3 is 6. Count up your zeros. 1. 4 times 6 is 24. Count up your zeros. 1. 2 times 6 is 12. Now that we have our area model filled in, we want to add on the side. So we want to take our 1,200 plus our 60 and get 1,260. Then you want to take your 240 and add your 12. If you need to write it out, that is okay as well. So 240 plus 12 gives us 252. Then we want to take our 1,260 and add our 252. 0 plus 2 is 2. 6 plus 5 is 11. 1 plus 2 is 3 plus 2 is 5. And then we're going to bring down our 1. So 42 times 36 equals 1,512. Let's go ahead and try another problem. Let's try 59 times 43 using the area model. So the first thing that we're going to do is draw our rectangle. Now we're going to go ahead and put 59 in expanded form. Remember that value of that 5 is really 50, and the value of that 9 is 9. So in expanded form, it is 50 plus 9. Now we're going to put 43 in expanded form. 40 plus 3. Remember, columns and rows. Columns and rows. So in this column we have a 50, so both of these need to be 50. In this column we have a 9, so both of these need to be 9. In this top row we have 40, so it is times 40 times 40. In this bottom row we have times 3 times 3. Next, underline the digits that are not zeros, just to help you out with the power of 0. 5 times 4 is 20. This is where some people can get mixed up because our answer has a 0 in it, but we do not include that when we go back to count how many zeros. So I have 2 zeros here, so I still need to add my 2 zeros. So I would get 2,000. So make sure that you add your zeros because this number has a 0 in it because 5 times 4 is 20. So just be careful with that. Let's move on. 9 times 4 is 36 plus our 1 0. 5 times 3 is 15 plus our 1 0. 9 times 3 is 27. So now we go ahead and add up. 2,000 plus 360 is 2,360. 150 plus 27 is 177. So we add those two numbers up. 2,360 plus 177 equals 0 plus 7 is 7. 6 plus 7 is 13. 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 1 is 5, and then we bring down our 2. So 59 times 43 is 2,537.